Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Grand Cat and it's time for another Grand Cat unboxing review. Today we have Ray the Squirrel from the classic Sonic collections. If you don't know who Ray the Squirrel is, don't worry, I don't blame you, because not many people do. Probably the most thing you've probably seen him from is the Sonic Mania DLC where Ray the Squirrel came back into it. But the first thing that Ray the Squirrel was in was a game called Sega Sonic, which was an arcade machine. It's also been dubbed Sonic the Arcade. But it was originally called Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. And in the game, you could play as Ray the Squirrel, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Mighty the Armadillo. And all of them pretty much played exactly the same, apart from Ray the Squirrel was yellow, and Mighty the Armadillo, of course, was red. And there's Mighty the Armadillo right there as well, part of the same series. Of course, we've already done Mighty the Armadillo, so this is a brand new figure. This is the first version that you can get of him. He is also coming out in the 4-inch version. This is the 2-inch scale. So this is meant to go aside with the classic Sonic figures, whereas the 4-inch scale is sort of your modern Sonic figures. I know that you can also get modern Sonic figures in the 2-inch scale, and you can also get classic figures in the 4-inch scale. So yeah, they kind of like swap over a little bit. But if you're looking for the general continuity, generally the classic ones are supposed to be shorter than the more modern figures. Anyway, if you've ever played Sonic Generations, you can see that for yourself. You can see the classic Sonic is about half the height of modern Sonic as well. It's not technically 4-inch, it's more like 3.5-inch, but I've seen it called 4-inch on occasion on the internet. I've also seen it called 3.5-inch. I've also seen the 2-inch scales called 1.5-inch scales. So there's a little bit of continuity there. But this is the classic scale version. So let us rip right into it. We're not keeping the box, so we can shred this open. So Ray, he was very difficult to get in the first instance here in the UK. He was originally in Smith's and sold out very quickly. And I ended up having to buy it from a scalper online and paid triple the price, if not quadruple the price than what he was meant to be. He's meant to be a £5 figure. I think I ended up spending, I think 15, and then had to pay shipping and all on him on top of that. And then the Entertainer, which is another store in the UK, ended up getting them in stock, and I ended up finding them in person, and I was like, damn, why did I pay that scalper all the money just to get something that I actually found in stores myself about a week after he arrived. So I think there's a lesson out there, a lesson there somewhere, that you don't have to buy things at scalper prices so long as you're looking for them. You know, you will find them. So here is Ray the Squirrel, which is very, very obscure. I never thought that I would have a Ray the Squirrel figure. So this is very cool. He's actually really cool looking. See this? So let's get rid of the box. Of course, quite small as he's meant to be. The arms have the rotation here. You can also see he's got little wings here as well because he's a flying squirrel. So let's just get the camera to zoom in on that to focus. I think it's focused. There we are. So you can see he's got the little wings there on the arms. Let me just come around to this side of the camera so you can see. I have a chair sitting over to the side that I was sitting on while doing that. So when the arms go in, they actually look kind of cool. You know, but he also like kind of has a pose. The wrists don't move, so the hands are in a very specific way. But I think that is the kind of pose that it wants you to put them in. The feet are pretty good. There's a lot of classic figures that the legs are just not collaborated well. Does the tail move? It does. It does move. That's pretty cool. So you can have it up, or you can have it kind of facing down. So let's try standing him. Does he stand? He does stand, and the tail also helps with that. So how far does he have to stand forward? Like how much do we need to do? Okay, so we can do that. And let's focus in on the background again. And yeah, if you do that, then he stands perfectly like that. Okay, let's bring the gimmick in so you can see what he looks like full way around. There we are. There's gimmick, standing right in the centre. And there we go. There is Ray the Squirrel. Such an obscure character from the Sonic lore. And I wonder if they're going to do other really obscure characters, like maybe ones from Sonic Fighters, like Bean, that was originally from Dynamite Ducks, or I can't remember what the polar bear's name was, but they were both in Sonic the Fighters. So those are some more obscure ones if they want to go down the really obscure path. But seeing Ray the Squirrel, like when we first got Mighty the Armadillo, I was shocked because they had never made a Mighty the Armadillo figure before, and I think that was very near the start of the set of these Sonic releases. Of course, I originally got the 4-inch one or the 3.5-inch scale, whatever you want to call it. But after that, they did release a smaller classic version, which I also bought because I wanted it to fit in with the classic range, and he sits very nicely with the other Chaotix characters because Mighty the Armadillo was originally a member of Team Chaotix back in the 32X game. That was where Mighty the Armadillo possibly made his debut, but Mighty the Armadillo was also in the Sonic Arcade, so I'm not sure which one of those came out first. Someone in the comments, let me know if you guys know more than I do. But with that said, folks, that is Ray the Squirrel. That is going to be the end of this video. So I really hope you all enjoyed it. If you did enjoy, give us a like, share and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so you can see when more of these videos go up, especially as the next one is going to be Classic Metal Sonic. So there's a little sneak preview. But with that said, that's the end of this video, folks. I really hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.